Well, so let's move on. We know that the Saint Thomas Aquinas Homecoming and Remembrance Day is coming off. We know that the old school association, or the union, so to speak, they are putting together this anniversary. And as a result of that, we have Kwame Abalu, who is an old student and a member of the planning committee for the anniversary. It will be 65 years since the school was established, just like many other Catholic schools we have across the country. Just the last week we had for my school, Bishop Herman College too. So also with the 99-year group, the young man here, St. Thomas Aquinas 99-year group member, Philip Kwekuhope. Thanks for joining me, gentlemen.
Thank
okay,
you.
I have to start with you, since you look a bit older.
Yeah, me.
You're older than him, right?
Definitely. I left Aquinas in 1993.
1993.
Because I'm from the old system. I did A-levels and left.
But you have to say so that we know that you're
It's very important that we have that distinction.
Yes. Because you guys had the best of education.
Absolutely. I mean,
but tell me, what do you have lined up as a school and an old boys association, so to speak?
Well, quite a number of activities. For this year's homecoming, we are getting together on the 17th, which is on Friday. We all converging at the school around 2 p.m. We'll have an interaction with the students to, try to pep them up, to let them know that everything is possible under the sun, and to also mentor them. After which the 1992-year group has a project that they are undertaking. That's the soft cutting ceremony for the opening of a sick bay. Then after which we would all go to the football field, do some physical exercise, play, a couple of games. Then we'll later on get back to the school, and then we'll have a candlelight procession through some of the principal streets of cantonment. After which we would come back to the school, have a bonfire, have an interaction session, Jama, and a couple of, there's a surprise artist coming over as well.
Who also went to St. Thomas Aquinas?
Pretty much. We have a couple of guys. We know DJ Varosky is in the house. He's coming to do his own thing with a couple of...
He's an old boy?
He's an old boy as well. So I'm sure.
Now, Philip, I know that for many anniversaries and the period, we have year groups that have various activities that they put together. Is that the same for your old boy association?
It's going to be something like that, because we're going to have JAMA competition for the year groups. But considering the number of year groups that have gone through the school since 1952, we'd have to categorize them into decades. So maybe from 1950 to 1960, 1960 to 1970, we're going to categorize them in that order, and then we have JAMA competitions within those decades. That's what we're going to do.
When you're doing the physical exercises, they make sure that those now with the pot bellies, you don't tend to strain them too much.
Yes, we'll do that.
It's very important. But for all schools, especially the mission schools, those who went through those schools always pride themselves of having gone through some level of education by way of the rudimentary way in which their schooling was. What would you say will be some of the things you picked up from school, which have helped shape your life up to now?
Aquinas, just like all the Catholic schools, have a rich culture in religious studies. The students who go through the school are religiously guided and coached. You
mean when we are all forced to attend mass?
Okay, it's part of those. It's also part, but there is some sort of discipline that goes through the students when you are a student of Aquinas, and that discipline is what brings out the best in the students when they come out of school. Aside the academic aspects, where we have the teachers who take you through the teachings religiously, you have people who will counsel you when you are doing something which is not good, and a whole lot. So it gives you some sort of discipline when you come out as a student or an old student of the school.
True, Kwame?
Yeah, like they say, you don't pass through the school, but the school passes through you.
So, St. Thomas Aquinas passed through you?
Yeah, more than that, because going through Aquinas, you know, you don't just go there to go and study, but there are, you know, a couple of things that you go through as a student. By the time you leave the school, you would have been totally transformed, because some of us, when we went to Form 1, we didn't know anything. But by the time we left sixth form, we have actually been trained not only to learn for academic purposes, but to been trained to be, you know, ready for the life after school, so to speak.
Sure.
See.
Yeah.
All right. So these you are planning with even the current management of the school, is that not it?
Definitely.
Okay. Now, at the end of the day, have you maybe set up some social media accounts for people to reach you and even contribute and all that?
For this program, yes. Not to reach us as per se, but for us to reach the old Toms out there. So we have Facebook accounts, we have Twitter, we have Instagram.
Can you remember any?
I can do the Facebook one, which is the main one for the school.
Anyway, it's easier. You just go on. Once you go search, it's easier.
Sure. So we have those media handles that we use to communicate to the students and also to reach out to the masses who are out there for the program.
The main day is when, Kwame?
On next week, Friday. And then on Saturday, yes, Friday we are having the homecoming, and then on Saturday we are having the Remembrance Day. We want to remember all our departed brothers who has, you know, left us during the course of the year. We'll have a mass service where, you know, our main celebrant, who is also an old student, will come and join us, and then we'll have that program, after which we would, you know, have some kind of interaction, informal interaction with the rest of the students who will be there on that day. So it's quite packed from Friday to Saturday.
Okay. You invited the Minister of Education, I believe. Because that's the day where we have the final event in itself. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. And we hope that at least we can also help you, or we have helped you put some education and sensitization on your anniversary. Is the 65th anniversary of the St. Thomas Aquinas secondary school, and I saw it on Facebook, I believe.
Yes, it's on Facebook.
There are a lot of interfaces now you can put on your
frames
pictures.
and then
frames. We call it frames.
Yes, frames.
Okay, I've had in the studio Kwame Abalu, who is an old student of the St. Thomas Aquinas secondary school. He's a member of the planning committee for the main anniversary this year, and we also have an old student with the 99-year group, St. Thomas Aquinas, Philip Kweku Hope. And thanks for joining me, gentlemen.